If I get mystery goo into space and get the science from that, hopefully unlock another couple of tiers. I might see if we can get up to a flyby of Lua tonight. See if we can get somewhere close to that. But I need some more parts. I'm starting to get some bigger fuel tanks. I probably could, tweak this and make it a bit big, a bit of a bigger rocket. Get it going. But we're certainly going to make orbit tonight. Still no SAS, RCS on. Engines to full because we need the thrust for the bottom engine once it fires just to keep us going upwards. So launch those, fire that, drop those, drop that, fire that, parachute time. Alright. In 3, 2, 1. Now please stay straight. Please don't tip. It's starting to tip. Damn it! Where are you going? Don't go that way. I've got RCS on full and it's still not staying straight. Aerodynamically, it sucks. There's just enough drag off either the antenna or something like it that's just pulling it over. Nope. Really not having it. I mean, we can try and pull it up from there and see what sort of orbit that gives us. It's going to be at a weird angle, but we might still make space. We really need to pull that prograde back up. And I'm burning through RCS doing this as well, trying to hold it straight. And it's still pulling down. Yeah, RCS just can't do this. It really can't. I can barely keep it up. Nah. Nope, it's gonna dive no matter what I do. Alright. Let's go back and tweak it. And I think probably the best thing to do with this is take those off there. See if we have anything that actually gives us some dynamic control. I mean, that's a lifting surface. Delta Deluxe actually is a control surface. Oh, that's huge. Not what I wanted. Do we have anything small with a little bit of control? Structural wings. Not really. Relative wing area. And there's more wing on something like that. That will probably help keep us straighter. What if we put... Nope, you're huge as well. Thank you, Daddy. I need a smaller fin. Oh, the trunk fins are 0.12, the base fins are 0.12, they're about the same. I just need something to hold us straighter. And I guess we can try that. That might hold us a little straighter once we get to dropping the boosters. Just not sure if that's enough, given the height of the rocket. But we'll give it another try. I'm also going to up the thrust weight. I'm going to max out these things. I need to go up. Need to go up faster. I'll put more air pressure on the fins. It should keep us straighter. I would love to put more boosters on after God. Unfortunately, I'm going to run into the part limit again if I'm not careful. I'm already back up at 38. Having taken the fins off, I've taken 6 fins off, put 4 fins back on. So we have 2 parts to spare, but I can't put... I could put one more booster on here. I could go 3 and 3. But we've got a thrust weight of 1.7 off the pad as it is. I think we'll go with that and see if it stays straighter for going up faster. Just because I think more airflow over the fins will keep it straighter, hopefully. Let's try it again. Without SAS, it's difficult keeping these things straight. It really is. They just... You don't realise just how much effect a small reaction wheel has. An SAS trying to keep stuff stable when it's not there. And I know there's science to be done, I know mystery goo can be done, but I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to try and get it as high up as we can, get more science for it. Alright, let's try this again. Engines to full. 3, 2, 1. That's staying a little straighter. I mean, it's starting to tip, but at least it's tipping eastwards. Randomly. And RCS is giving us a little bit of control. And that's basically following a gravity turn at the minute. If it keeps that up, that'd be perfect. Yeah, it is strange how it tips in different random directions. But, you know, I'm not complaining. If that's what it wants to do, that's absolutely fine. I think possibly it's actually just doing a gravity turn now. I think it's actually flying straight and, you know, it's just turning over naturally from planetary rotation. But that's a perfect trajectory. Apple Apps is 18. I'll actually turn over a little more than that, to be honest. And RCS is giving us decent control now as well. Which I'm actually quite surprised at. I thought RCS would still be a bit wimpy against the fins, but you admire the scenery, Autogod. I'll fly the rocket, yeah. Drop that stage and fly the second one. There's 2,000 meters a second of delta V left. Apple Apps is 30. Almost 30. Road is very pretty. For all that it's, you know, mostly desert, it's very pretty. Yep, that is still the island airfield over there. Whoa, 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 when did we suddenly spin? That's not what I needed. Come on, get back on your heading. That was totally bland. I suppose we have no fins now, so it's a little more prone to drifting off target. And with no SAS, slightest drift and it goes. But we're back under control. Ish. Stop it. Come on, come on, come on, come back. Totally planned. Okay, Apo is 60. Periaps, this is only minus 106. We might make orbit. We might just make orbit with this. How much monoprop we got left? Oh, loads. Fine. Gonna be tight, but we might just make orbit. And this was 3,400 we had in this? Or was it 3,100? No, 3,400. Right, let's get this thing up into space. Time to Apo, 2 minutes. Alright, we can afford to time warp a little bit. Get mystery cube observation in space while we're here. Extra 6 science. And then we're out of comms range. Which is mildly annoying. Because this is going to drift off prograde completely now, and I'm not going to have control over it. Once we get anywhere near Apo. Which is going to completely throw off our chances of actually getting orbital, probably. I mean, I can burn from here and it's not, you know, it's 15 degrees off. Not the end of the world, but... it's not what I wanted. But that said... come on, 37... Ah, Don Wiggles, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Yeah, it does look pretty good, doesn't it? This is Beyond Home running with Parallax mod in the background, and Scatterer and Eve and all the usual stuff. But yes, you can thank Linx for this, which is a whole new system, whole new solar system to play in, with some absolutely gorgeous graphical mods. And for those of you that play KSP, if you haven't seen it, Parallax is revolutionising the way KSP looks, and it's for stock as well now, and it makes Kerbal look absolutely beautiful. But yes, we're in space above road. Finally made it. We're not quite in orbit yet. Periaps is still only 37.9, but we have an Apo of 242, and once we get up to that in 14 minutes time, if we have comms. I have a little RCS, because I have comms at the minute. I can put ourselves about there-ish, and that should drift back to prograde. Time warp up to apoapsis and see how we're looking. As long as we push that periaps up above 50, we'll have orbit for the first time. We've still got 120 meters a second of fuel in the tank as well. So given we had a few errors on the way up, and a couple of spins, and probably burnt a bit of fuel we didn't need to, I suspect orbit is about 3,200 on road, give or take. We had 3,400 in the tank to start with 119 left. It's not been the most efficient flight by any means. So yeah, let's make the last burn, put ourselves in orbit. I know we're a little ways off Apo yet, but we're on prograde, which is probably more important. There we go. Periaps is a 50.8. Apo 247. First satellite, and we are in orbit. I'm just going to move that Kerbal information out the road a little bit. First satellite, orbit road. Job done. Next stop, we go and visit Lua, which the Kerbals have been to before, for those of you that missed the start of the stream. The whole backstory to Beyond Home is, you know, Kerbal went supernova, Kerbin was destroyed, colony ships found a new home. And when they arrived, they made road habitable, and they also started terraforming Lua as well, so Lua has an atmosphere. It's a thin one, but it has an atmosphere. So at some point we will go and visit that and see what it's like. I just want to see sunrise on road for the first time. There we go. That terrain detail is gorgeous. And then there was Event 2.0 and lost a whole lot of technology. It's very true, Octagon, yeah. Yeah. We still have to start from scratch. Quick screenshot, because we can. Event 2.0 was someone typing RM-RF. Yeah, been there, done that. We're still up at 240, we're pretty close to apoapsis. Let's swing ourselves round to retrograde, or something approximating it. And drop our periaps back down. Now, I'm guessing re-entry, I mean, I'm hoping this thing survives. We've achieved orbit, which is the point. We don't actually have to bring this back, but I want to bring it back for the science. On Kerbin, you would normally go for a re-entry height of about 35 kilometers in a 70 atmosphere. So on a 50 kilometer atmosphere, I'm going to go for about 25 and see what happens. I don't have a heat shield, and this is probably going to get really, really toasty. And I will take more screenshots because I can. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This will be our first orbital re-entry without a heat shield. I don't know if this is going to survive or not, but we'll give it a try. The other thing I am going to do is I will set it up so that if things do start getting a bit warm, we can try and transmit the data from the mystery goo just in case. Not be worth as much, but we might at least get the data home. Right. Let's try and bring this back. Oh, okay, there's a desert airfield there as well. So they have got all the launch sites are available. Desert airfield, island airfield, KSP. I think Wimmer's around here somewhere as well. I think it's at high latitude. Did that say dessert? It did say dessert. Yes, it's a dessert launch site. Good spot. I like to point out that that's not my mistake. That may be a mistake, but it's not my mistake. So yeah, heading for periaps is 25k. To bring us back in the atmosphere, and we'll see what happens. See how fast the temperature rises. See how much we slow down. We're coming in at 1800. It's a bit on the toasty side. I suspect this is not going to survive. But if it doesn't, you know, it's not the end of the world. Let's try and turn ourselves round to retro. Oh, I have no comms at the minute. I can't. It's just a trifling typo. Yeah. I'm jelly glad you guys are here for the puns. Okay, place your bets now. What's on this surviving? Doing 1900 meters a second. You know what? I think I'm going to transmit this. If I can. I don't have comms. Damn it. Give me comms back. I should have transmitted it before. Oh well. Guess we find out. I mean, it is at least aerodynamically stable around the engine, so it's going to try and come in roughly the right direction. Do we have comms over the island airfield? No, that'd be far too easy. Oh, we're coming down. Nothing is giving me temperature bars yet. But I'm going to transmit this anyway. Yeah, we're coming down on KSC. Pretty close it. Kerbals comes back. Hey, it's going to make it. It's going to make it without overheating. Fantastic. We're not quite going to reach KSC, but we're not going to be far off. Temperature scan from Rose Midlands? Absolutely. Shoots away. And we know this thing takes forever to come down once the shoots deploy. Even if the rocket is slightly bigger this time. Mount Tatty, we have a Mount Tatty. We have Lua just on the horizon, which is quite pretty. There should be a Mount Tatty. There'll be a Mount Ottergod as well. Come on, down you come. In as near to road gets to a forest. Oops, something went boom. But I don't think it was much. Might have been an RCS thruster. Possibly a battery, but precious ground from Rose Midlands. Yeah, we'll keep that as well. Yeah, if all we lost is a battery, I'm not going to play. Oh yeah, the parachute's still there. I have no roll control, so I can't turn over to find out. But yeah, I consider that a success. Made orbit, put our first satellite up, brought it home, got the extra science. Call that a win. We can go back to mission control and get some more contracts now. Now, do we want to try and go for a lure flyby, or do we want to go and build planes? Because we have the contracts for the glider. Oh, we picked up another 12 science as well. Excellent. Funds are up to 204,000. Build and fly a glider. Your glider must have a volunteer, have a command seat, have wings, not have any engines after launch. Get airborne, then land and stop anywhere. Without destroying your flying machine or killing anybody. Wait, it doesn't say it has to get particularly high, it just has to be up in the air. Yeah, let's go mess with that, looks like fun. And then there's break the sound barrier. Bit much. We can go and play with the glider stuff. Absolutely. There was another mission for planes as well. Build and fly your first airplane. Must be end the following air on. Oh, okay. Air intake for an air-breathing engine. Ah, okay, that's what we're missing. Alright, we'll go with the glider first then. Let's go see if we can build something silly for Jeb. And this is part of the reason why I put this mod in, giving aircraft a purpose, because planes, unless you actually want to build, you know, SSTOs or you want to do strato-launch systems or whatever, I never use them. I really don't. So we're going to build the most ridiculously small plane we can manage. Give me structural. Give me a decent sized I-beam. We'll need a command seat on the top. This is a glider, so it has no engines. So we just need wings of a sort. Probably not particularly big ones either. So something like that. If I reroute this, to the I-beam, I can take that off the front. We'll need some sort of control surface. Bigger than I anticipated, but 0.25, 0.4, these are all even bigger. 0.18. That's the dinky one. Should do the job. It's never the rotation you expect, is it? Come on, sit straight. There we go. Some sort of tail fin. Ideally with a control surface on it. Pretty happy with that. It's a little on the large side, but it just has to fly. Do we have any landing wheels? We do. Why did you go back to one-time symmetry? Move those up to a decent position. Put another wheel on the front. Which of course is never going to go straight, of course it's not. That should glide. And I have no thrust, but I want center of mass. Lift is far enough back, that should be fairly stable. I mean, it's not going to go very far. And to be honest, I think all we do at this point is we take a small actually, give me a decoupler first. It needs to be decoupled when it comes off. Well, what I want to do is basically attach this to the middle and then have it rotated upwards. The other option is we just stick it on the back end here and hope we get enough thrust to actually launch it. I think I'm going to fly this with a probe core to start with, rather than jebbing it straight away until we know it actually works. Means we are going to need communications and power. Alright, lift is still behind the centre of mass, that's fine. You are going to control roll and pitch. You're going to control yaw. I mean, if I sit this on the runway and just launch it, is it going to take off? Who knows? I mean, it costs us 4,000. Let's send it up there and find out. It might just crash into the runway and go splat, who knows? But we'll give it a try. I mean, it should be stable. It's only got to get off the ground, and then we can work out if we cut the booster down or bump it up or whatever, and then we stick jeb in it and have our first glider. I'm being massively overly optimistic at this, aren't I? It's going to go horribly wrong and go boom. Guaranteed. Come on, Kerbal. I mean, we have no SAS, but we have flap control. Let's see. Right, it's a reasonably controlled, oops, acceleration. Can live with that. Question is, what speed will it take off at? We've got plenty of thrust. We've got 105 still in the tank here. Come on, lift up. You can do it. 28. Ooh, nose is lifting a little bit. Just not sure if it's going to be enough speed. I might have to turn the thrust to weight ratio up on the booster. Yeah, the nose is lifting, but it's not getting off the ground. $88 miles an hour, absolutely daddy. What is 88 mph in meters per second? Alright, that's not going to take off, but that's fine. We go back and do it again. And it didn't go boom. This is why we test. Just under 40 meters a second is 88 miles an hour. Okay. We can get to that. 39.3. And the nice thing is, the only thing we spent on that was the fuel cost. So it cost us virtually nothing to test as well. Will we then travel back to before the event? It's a very good question. I suspect the answer is maybe. Alright, more fuel, double the thrust. Let's go. Now I wonder, to complete the mission it says no engines after liftoff, or after launch. I suspect we're going to have to drop the mite onto the runway, watch it go boom, and then pull up. So we need to know what the required speed is, and that's the speed we're going to need to actually lift the mite as well first time round. But once you figure that out, we know we can take off from there, so we'll hopefully be able to turn it into a proper glider. Alright. Test number 2. Definitely more thrust this time. At least it's staying fairly straight and true on the runway. We've achieved 88 miles an hour. Looks like it's going to max out about 46, 47. As soon as this burns out, I'll drop it and then see if we can lift off. And the answer is no. Not quite. So I either need more control surfaces to tip us faster, or more thrust. I mean, 49 is still a pretty low takeoff speed for planes in general. Just trim? Yeah, possibly tatty. It might help a little bit. Let's recover that. Whatever it was. Probably just a decoupler. We've still got overhead in the booster as well. We can still put more thrust on it. Because it's basically getting up to about 45, 46 and then staying there long before the fuel burns out. So I think we can probably try something like that. Give it more control surfaces as well, see if we can get better lift out of it. Give me symmetry back, you little bugger. See if that goes any better. Alright, let's try it again. This is technically the glider 1C. It's really quite strange messing about with tiny planes with no engines on it. I've never tried to build a glider before. I've built basic planes, but I've never tried to build a glider. Something you actually drop the engine and then take off with it. But see, I'm being good. I'm not even risking Kerbals' lives this early in the game, which is virtually unheard of. I'm not sure whether you lot are going to be disappointed or proud of me. One of the two. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. You're not mad, just disappointed. That's fair enough. I mean, I can hire you as a pilot, QCat, again, and you can go fly this if you want. The mission did say a volunteer, it didn't say it had to be one of the existing ones. Stay on the runway. Right, now we've got better speed. Hey! We have flight. Didn't stay up for long, but it flew. And then it tipped over. But you know. That's all we need. Apart from a mad, crazy wheel that's going to just sit and spin, because physics. It was a right success. Absolutely. We have invented. There's quite a few of those in Kerbal. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with Kerbal physics. There's the infinite lift machine. There's stuff that just flies the instant you let it go. You know, it just sits on the launch pad and the instant you launch it, it just takes off and flies by itself. The physics is kind of broken still in spaces. It really is. If you want some fun with weird and wonderful contraptions that break the laws of Kerbal, go have a look at Danny2462's channel. Danny's got some glorious stuff where he just breaks everything. Alright, back to the spaceplane hangar. We'll take the Stay Putnik off the front. And we'll stick a Kerbal on there. And we'll go and do this glider mission. And then I think I might have to pretty much call it there for tonight. I know I said I wanted to get to Lua, but on the plus side, somebody has shown the physics engine is good enough to model the Zanibikov effect. And with the largest rover wheels, if you launch on the runway, you can steer left to right really fast and accelerate forwards with phantom force. Awesome. Oh, Kerbal. Right, Jeb's in the pilot seat. Was taking the Stayputnik off. I don't think that's going to make a massive difference to... Nope, lift is still behind centre of mass, that's fine. Right, let's get Jeb up in the air. Tennis racket theory. Yeah, I can see that. Bang, 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 but yeah. Maybe we'll try that when we get the bigger river wheels unlocked. That's a ways away yet, though. Alright, Jeb. Let's see how this goes. Line it up on the runway and hopefully put a Kerbal in the air for the first time. In 3, 2, 1. Fortunately, you can put some yaw on this without it actually flipping over, which is quite rare for planes. Right. Burn out this rocket booster. Don't go sideways. Come on, Jeb, take off. Damn it. Didn't work. Try that again. We know it can do it. Who planted a huge tree right by one runway? I have no idea. Probably Bill. Bill is the sort of person who would, you know, not really care. Oh, thanks, Tatty. I think I'll take a look at that. Actually, just out of curiosity, try posting the link straight up without editing it, because I've switched over from Nightbot to Stream Elements, and I think Linx might be okay now. You might be able to just post it regardless. Attempt number 2 with Jeb on board. Oh no, Linx still get taken out. Okay, fair enough. But thank you for testing. Oh, come on, pull up. Nope, it's not having it. This flew before, why isn't it flying now? Japanese cigar on a diet. It could be the weight of the Kerbal, yeah. I thought Kerbals weren't particularly modelled for mass, but maybe they are. Let's move the command seat back to the centre of mass so it doesn't affect it. No, the seat was there before Tatty. I mean, the only thing we've done is taken the Probodobodyne off the front. So it should, in theory, be even more likely to take off. Let's go remodel it. I need to reset click-through blocker at some point as well because it keeps clicking through to the research screen. But we can drop that battery, we don't need that anymore. We don't need the communitron. If we move that back as far as we can. Center of mass. Still back there, but... Alright, that should make it slightly more inclined to take off. And the center of mass is round about the wheels, so... Let's see if that goes up. Where's the center of mass when I drop the engine? That's a very good question. Probably a lot further forward. That's a very good point, Altagodia. At which point I want the wheels round about there, really. And the daft thing is it took off before. Can I get in the air then drop the engine? I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure that counts as completing the mission. Because I think the mission parameters not have any engines after launch. I mean, we can try it. We can see if we can take off and then drop the engine. See if it lets us complete it. Let's try it again. Yes, absolutely. It could be read at some point after launch. Yep. Yep, absolutely. Oh, land and stop anyway safely. We missed the safely bit. Jeb came out of the seat. I mean, he's alright, but... Okay, so we take off. We take off with the engine. And we just have to try and keep it straight. Put him back in the seat now. That's a good point, actually. That might work. We're going to try and do it properly. We'll try it one more time. We'll try it one more time as is. Because I want to land it properly. I don't just want to put him back in the seat and call it a win. Yep, has first landing and first Kerbin EVA. Is a random selection. Right, let's go launch that again. Hey Tatty, any landing you can walk away from, right? That's the one I want, 15 parts. Walk away, crawl away, you know, limbs can be repaired, it's fine. Or be thrown some distance away from us to be mostly conscious. Yeah, I mean, that's what we paid Jeb the big bucks for, right? At least the big snacks. Not sure if it's paid in money, if it's paid in food. Oh, did I not tell you they're getting paid now? Just because you guys never got any wages when you were flying in, you know, previous system. I may have neglected them. Anyway, you got ice cream. Ice cream and cornettos, however, right? And QCat brought the jam. And what more do you want? Let's go. $55, $56. Going up. I mean, that technically counts as a flight, I think. The contract's gone. Oh, you only get one shot at it. Oh, that sucks. We failed our contract for aeronautical build and fly a glider. Damn it, that's harsh. Doubly so, because that just got off the ground and worked as well. Ah, if I'd known that, I would have done revert flight rather than recovered it. Oh, I mean, technically that flew. That flew. I'm going to count that as a win. If we lost the contract, but that got off the ground. Didn't go very far, but it got off the ground. And Jeb is still alive. So I'm calling that a win. And I'm also going to call it a night. I think that's 3 hours. That's a good start. We made it to orbit. I mean, I'm not messing around with tiny little planes just now, but we made it to orbit. Which, without reaction wheels, is quite something. I'm disappointed that contract got taken out, but... let's clear those messages out. So we have 171,000 in the bank, we have 25 science to spend. We have a whole new set of missions to do. Reach orbit and return. Polar satellites, fly by Lua, fly by Ash. Oh, one other thing I will show you before I go, the other mod I have installed, which I haven't talked about yet. You know how no one ever uses the admin building? You know, no one ever goes here because it's boring and pointless and they kind of shoehorned it in just for the hell of it. Not anymore. We have Strategia. And Strategia completely redoes all this. And we can do stuff like the Lua program. Objectives: plant a flag on Lua. Any milestone gains for Lua while this is running gives us plus 400% funds. Minus 80% funds to milestone gains for other bodies. But we get more contracts for Lua. So the next thing we do is, if we take this on, we go for a Lua landing next time and we get advances, rewards, bonuses to stuff. It gives you a purpose. It makes this thing useful again, which it never was. And there's tons and tons of stuff in here. You know, there's all the bodies of the system. You can do crewed, uncrewed, pilot focus. There's all sorts of stuff in here. It's great, it really is. I haven't really played with it too much yet. And there's one called Free Ice Cream, just for Ottergod. Give out free ice cream at the Space Center, public will absolutely love us. And get better rewards for rescuing Kerbals, we'll get ice cream when they land. And discounts on hiring new astronauts with free ice cream. It's perfect. So I think we'll run that at some point. When we start doing rescue missions, I'll rename them after you guys, and you guys will get free ice cream. Job done. What more could you want? But yes, we're going to go with either the lure program or possibly lure probes. Land probes in 3 different biomes on lure. We can do that. Oh yes, and when you stop the strategy, you lose reputation if you don't have it complete. Are there any alternative flavors of ice cream, planet? Ooh, that's a very good question. I don't know. We'll have to go find out. Reputation here is lost when the strategy is activated. It's true. But, you know, once you start, you keep it going. It's just, you know, 5,000 funds every 30 days, which is not that much, really. I think we're going to take the lure probes one. I think we're going to try and put probes on lure in 3 different biomes. 100,000 advance, we can do that. And it gives us something to aim for as well. Yeah. We'll take that. So that's our plan for next time. We're going to lure. We're going to that. And the weird thing is lure is also orbitally, tidally locked as well, so it always sits just there above the horizon. It never moves. It's kind of like Ike, but worse. So yes, that's episode 1. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for dropping by and saying hi and joining me on the start of a brand new adventure. We will see where we go next time.